Life has been buying life insurance policies for seniors just like you. Premiums are getting unreasonable. We just don't think the coverage. What's your life insurance policy worth? Find out with the policy value calculator at abacuspace.com. Before you sell your policy, visit abacuspace.com. Call 800-900-2192. No fees, no obligations, no catch, just information. Provided by clients who select their life insurance for Abacus Space right for them and their state line. Visit abacuspace.com or call 800-900-2192. That's 800-900-2192. Find out what
What's up, Willie Spud? How you doing today, bro?
abacuspace.com or call 800-900-2192. abacuspace.com. abacuspace.com is affiliated with Everest. Policy risks are provided by 90%.
That's what's up. Hope you having a good day. Get that money. Hit that like button. I do be coming over there, Willie. I be over there most of the times. You go live, I be asleep, but I come to the playback and I make sure I hit the like button. But yeah, when you go live, I try my best to get over there. I always give you a like, Willie, and a view. Yes, sir. Man, I'm going home this weekend. Our home time. I would have been there for Thanksgiving, but I had to make up for that lost time after that deer strike. Yeah, I can't wait to get home this weekend. Get out the truck and relax for a few days. It'll be warmer, hopefully. Compared to where I'm at, it's 19 degrees right now here in Wisconsin. I'm north of Milwaukee. On my way to Asheboro, North Carolina. This is really going to be a ride along. Which I ride with a truck drop, professional truck drop. Damn, they talking about the C1 now. My video will get tagged with that bullshit.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're saying it's not COVID. It could be RSV or it could be a kind of pneumonia. But the government show says it's China shooting data, so I feel right. I'm like ready whenever you want me to shout. I'm right out there.
Right. One thing that stands out about what went so wrong during COVID is we're in at the hospital capacity for this.
I know. Thank God they focused on the impeachment. That was the most important thing going on because of a phone call. Do you remember that guy? That's why Americans die.
Oh, that's a new one. Yeah.
Permits you to make an analogy.
Is it better than what I read this time?
I think it's better. All right. The pandemic is like your first bad marriage at a young age. Oh, you were wide-eyed and gullible. You had no immunity. Lies and then the gaslighting. And when you finally broke free, you said, never again. This is not happening again. Or the next time it happens, I'm going in clear-eyed as a different person. And that different person is us. So with whatever comes next, pandemic, mild illness, I'm kicking the tires, I'm getting the Carfax. I don't believe anything from anybody. You lied to us. And I don't even know who I'm pointing at. You, Stephen in Iowa, you lied to me.
Jesse, would you like to reflect on your marriages or?
Touche. I think we can't risk it, and Jill has to go campaign from the basement again. It's just too risky, Jessica, so bust out the mail-in ballots, and I'm canceling my trip to see Bat Lady over Christmas. Because nothing can ever do what it did to us the last time. No, you were actually right. I couldn't believe it, but you were. This is China's zero-COVID strategy backfire. They were quarantined for 3 years, now they're getting out and about. This is what happens when you get out and about. And you wouldn't know better than anybody what it means when you get out and about, Jessica.
So, pedophile or Hun, we need to stop putting off getting life insurance.
I know. It's just been so busy, and I'm sure the cost is out of our budget.
Well, Jen.
We've come together to fight that attack, but more importantly, we were feeding them intel every day on these are the indicators of compromise. Search for them. These are the IP addresses the bad guys are using to get in. Search for them and lock them out. So that this was a constant daily affair. I think what Sean is sharing with us also is they've taken to targeting smaller places with lower levels of defenses to try and learn their way into systems and to exploit that.
And John, hospitals have also increasingly become targets of cyber attacks, especially ransomware attacks, where they just want money. And we now know an attack that diverted ambulances from East Texas hospitals on Thanksgiving was more widespread than previously thought. It actually caused ambulances to be diverted in New Mexico and New Jersey, a huge danger to our healthcare system potentially.
Jake, this was targeting the computer systems of a major hospital provider that connected 40 hospitals, and it affected a number of them. But, you know, you think of cyber attacks as, well, it's a non-violent crime, there's no blood on the floor. Once you do something that's diverting ambulances in critical care with a potential heart attack patient or a trauma wound, and you're diverting, say, from Mountainside Hospital in Montclair, New Jersey to Belleville or to Newark, you're adding miles and you're adding minutes, and that means people could die from this. It's very serious.
All right, Doug Miller and Sean Lewis, thank you so much.
Leave more space.
Moments of humor and moments of inspiration in today's tribute service for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. Stay with us.
Meet at a hotel, talk, are you serious? Do you really want this job? You know, he's going to want to do that because if it gets out there that generator is fume-free,
I'm a free agent. I think it was handled poorly in the sense I was really forced out. The change of scenery in Chicago rejuvenated me because how warmly I was received. You also won 2 MVP awards for the Expos, 81 83. I didn't realize that. Is that true? We lost. Tough call with that. He said, I consider him more an Expo than a Cup, though. Overall, Frank. Good call, overall. I didn't realize he won 2 MVPs with Montreal. Yeah, double check that. Schmidt won in 81, I thought. He did not. So that's wrong in the SI story. He did not win 2 MVPs for the Expos. He may have won 1. I don't even know if he did that, but he did not win 2 MVPs. Sam in Newark, New Jersey. He's with us here. He's on Mad Dog on Live. Sam, he finished second twice. Okay, well, he did win MVPs. Sam, good afternoon. How are you today? Hello, Sammy. What's going on?
Hi, very good. Listen, again with the Dorothy Kilgallen thing.
Yes.
Chris, do me a favor. Can you Google Dorothy Kilgallen? It goes into the Ruby thing. Just read it. And you tell me what it says.
I've done a lot of the books, Sam, on Kilgaren. We've had the author of her books in studios twice. What did she say? Go ahead. I'm not going to Google it now. But what did she say?
Well, when you get a chance, Google it. I want you to put yourself in the position of a detective. Okay?
Yep.
You have a man who brings a rifle to work. You find out after the fact that the bullets that came from the rifle hit the president. And as soon as the shots were fired, the police stormed the book depository. Why did they do that?
Because there's more than one
They
shooter.
ran into the book depository.
Yeah, I mean,
The mob had
because they
Kennedy
thought the
killed.
shots came from behind. They looked at the sort of 6-floor window being open. You tell me. What's the reason?
Well, they heard the shots, and they estimated that those shots were coming from the book depository.
Are you one of these Sam who thinks that Oswald did this?
Chris,
Now, you
I'm just
can't-
going by facts, Chris.
Sam, I'll go by some facts. How come all the doctors at Parkland Hospital said that they put them on exit in the front, not the back?
Exited the front.
No, entered the front of his body.
No, they didn't. They didn't say that, Chris.
Yes, they did. Go with Matthew Perry, who was the head trauma department at Parkland Hospital. Have you heard the Rob Reiner series?
Rob Reiner, you know,
Yes.
he's a conspiracy guy all the way. He's been saying it for 30 years.
You actually.
All he
Well, let me ask you this. How in the world did the President of the United States pick Alan Dulles, who was fired by Kennedy, to head the Warren Commission?
Well, there was 12 guys on the warrant.
Yeah, and Alan Dulles was the supervisor and ran the Warren Commission. How the hell was he the guy to do that when he hated Kennedy because Kennedy fired him?
The Warren Commission came out, they said that Oswald shot the president.
And then they changed it in 1970. And then, Sam, they changed it in 75 because of the Zapruder
well,
film.
there's a story
And the House
behind
Senate.
that.
Okay, what's the story? Go ahead.
There's a story behind that. I really don't want to go into it. It's a very long thing. One of Johnson's men was on the commission.
Man, the mafia had Kennedy
And they
killed.
changed it. But the
Sam
original
Giancana
they didn't say that. The
from
original
the
Warren Commission did not
Chicago
say
front
that.
boss,
Sam, you
Chicago
actually
outfit
think,
front boss.
let's cut
Because,
down. Let's cut down.
He was the front boss. He had Kennedy killed. He was part of it. Carlos,
maybe the military.
let's
and
say
there's a lot of
Carlos,
people want
yeah.
that. You actually think
Out of New Orleans, the New Orleans boss. I want to say Carlos Mencia, but no, it's not
the entry
Mencia.
rooms like the front.
He was there. He had something to do with it. Sam, Santo Traficante out of Florida. They all had something to do with it.
You don't think that, do you, Frank? Sam, I'm sorry. You don't think that, do you?
Oswald Price was one of the shooters, but he ain't been the only one. And it was a mafia hit because the Kennedys turned on the mafia after the mafia helped them get elected.
Okay, and when he got to the police station, did he admit that he killed anybody? And Sam, here's one fact.
And they had Jack Ruby killed Oswald.
Jack Ruby killed Oswald. Jack Ruby killed Oswald. Jack Ruby killed Oswald. How come?
Well, let's put it this way, Chris.
Simple answer. Why did Jack Ruby, you tell me, why did Jack Ruby take it upon himself to kill the other?
Because they had him kill Oswald to close up loose ends.
Well, he thought he was going to be a hero by
Travis,
No.
60 years old. He owned a discotheque. Stop with the hero. He could have killed him on Friday night. He was in the police station on Friday night. Why did Jack Ruby kill Oswald?
If the mob told him to kill Oswald, he could kill him as soon as Oswald let
He
him
could have.
know.
And if he wanted to be famous and he was so upset, he could have killed him Friday night too. That doesn't. Again, one more time. Jack Ruby killed Oswald. Give me a reason. And don't give me the famous stuff. That doesn't
I
work.
just told you.
So he wanted to be famous. So he killed, this is a 60-year-old man who wanted to be famous, and he decided to knock Leon. Now his answer at the time is he wanted to spare Jacqueline Kennedy brief. But your answer is Jack Ruby wanted to be famous.
Can I reply?
You may.
All right. If the mob said to Ruby, don't kill him as soon as she comes out of the building. Wait a couple of days. Let the police get him, and hopefully they won't kill him. And then, when he's being transported, you could go down and shoot him in front of 1 billion people. Are you serious?
And Jack Ruby killed him because he wanted to be famous. Really? Really? 6 in front of the hour. We continue.
If you are 65 or older, you know this. Watching your
I gotta talk about my conspiracy theories. I need we faked the moon landing. Hell yeah, we faked that moon landing. Cause how the hell we was able to go back there in the 60s, but we can't go up there now with all this technology we have. We can't go to the moon now. Damn right, we faked that moon landing. The mafia had Kennedy killed, and we allowed ourselves to get attacked at Pearl Harbor during World War II so we could enter the war and stimulate our economy because of the Great Depression. Also, of course, you know, I'm going to say it, the 2020 election was rigged. It was rigged. No way in hell Joe Biden legally got 80-something million people to vote for his old crusty ass. Fuck Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. Team Trump MAGA. Tag. Damn. Take America back. Yeah, those are some of my conspiracy theories. Of course, Operation Iraqi Freedom. We didn't go to war for weapons of mass destruction. We went to war because Bush said that motherfucker Saddam Hussein tried to kill my daddy, which Saddam did try to do so. Shit. Bush went to go send us to go get his ass. Well, I went in 2004. I was in high school in 2003, graduated. During the initial invasion. Then I was in AIT. Matter of fact, it was on our overnight pass. AIT at Fort Lee. I'm still calling it Fort Lee. And they let us know that some other soldiers like knocking on the hotel room doors that morning, Sunday morning. Wake up, turn on the TV, they caught Saddam. But yeah. Just a few of my conspiracy theories. I'm gonna do a video in depth about my conspiracy theories, I believe. 9/11 happened, and the planes did drop down the towers because they keep saying jet fuel don't melt steel beams, but a damn plane slamming into the motherfucker will damn weaken the beams. It's just all the other shit. Matter of fact, it ain't so much conspiracy theory, it's just a whole bunch of negligence and ineptness that allowed that to happen. Yeah. Damn, these motherfuckers. Ain't no signal and merging on real slow. Goofy ass motherfuckers. Yeah, shit.
if there's no insurance.
Yeah, the insurance company is like, yeah, you did something wrong.
And you know that Bear doesn't have insurance, so he's not going to pay. Can't sue him.
And Jessica. Okay, I have some pictures from life. So it was Thanksgiving. As you know, this is Cleo as a little turkey, and Jesse will be showing us Junior as a little turkey too.
Yeah, sure. That's go.
Next show. And we were down in Florida for Thanksgiving break. Cleo got so much swim time. This is their Christmas tree. This was at a very cute square. What's called Rosemary Square. It was my first time to Palm Beach. You're going not like that. And no, I didn't go to Mar-a-Lago. Cleo and her friend Tennessee. Look how cute they are together. She has chocolate and sand all over her face.
Tennessee.
Tennessee is the BBC. Yes. And this is Tennessee's mom, Charlotte, who is my best friend from preschool. Wow, great too. Thank you. Well, I mean, the water's covered. And Cleo loved her.
It was really nice of you guys to let her borrow that.
Yes.
All right, Jessica.
Okay, the Independence Fund, you remember these people? They've delivered more than 2,600 track chairs to wounded heroes, making a big difference. They've been important to us for a long time. In fact, Dana and I presented a wounded vet with his own chair a couple of years ago. And today is Giving Tuesday, so go to independencefund.org to reach their goal of raising $25,000. Great cause. Tonight, Jesse Waters Prime Time, an update on my dog bite. There's been a lot of developments we need to share with
A lot of swelling.
Must see.
Right, I showed you that in private.
So I want to show you this. A 12-year-old Sheltie in Wisconsin loves when it snows. And this dog has figured out how to go on the
Fuck
sled.
snow.
It says that Roxy has a Pomeranian brother named Maisie. Maisie's like, I got another way to get down, but I love it when dogs figure things out like that. And we love all of you. I love all of you. That's it for us, everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good evening and welcome to Washington. I'm John Roberts in for Brett Baer tonight. Did Hunter Biden just call the Republicans bluff? The president's son agrees to testify to Congress, but under one
Hunter
condition.
Biden is
Trending in
joke.
America's crime crisis, the so-called crash and grab robbery. We will show you what that's all about. And growing concerns over a new respiratory virus from China.
Oh,
Is this
God.
deja vu all over again? But first, breaking tonight, as another group of Hamas, we are learning some of the remaining captives are no longer in Hamas custody. The Israeli Defense Forces say some hostages are being held by other terror groups, making them harder to find. This comes as the truce is interrupted by sporadic violence. Correspondent Dave Foy is in northern Israel to begin our coverage tonight. Hi, Dave.
Israel
Good evening,
needs
John.
wipes Hamas
12
off the map.
hostages are back in Israel and finally reuniting with their families after just going through absolute hell 53 straight days. But for a moment today, it appeared that the possible exchange between prisoners and hostages may not happen because of violence in the northern Gaza Strip. Watch here. Israel and Hamas accusing each other of violating the temporary ceasefire agreement. 3 explosions in the northern Gaza Strip injured several Israeli soldiers and led to a gunfight with Hamas, the first exchange of fire in 5 days. Despite the short-lived fighting, the ceasefire extension runs through tomorrow, and the violence didn't stop a 5th consecutive prisoner-hostage exchange. 10 Israelis and 2 foreign nationals left Gaza today in exchange for 30 Palestinian prisoners. But more than 140 Israeli hostages remain in Gaza, including Kafir
Not leaving
Bibas
space.
and his 4-year-old who handled a different terror. Hamas also took Reuma Terechansky's daughter after murdering her son 53 days ago.
I'm asking from you, President Biden, to help me.
Your hostage deal. This is the first of 3 U.S. leave bound for Gaza landed in Egypt, while Israel anticipates a larger conflict on the northern front.
We will. Better and more stable security.
John is released
17-year-old daughter. You see them here. The daughter was seen holding the family's dog, flanked by Hamas terrorists during the exchange with the Red Cross. The temporary pause in the fighting is set to expire after tomorrow, and the Israeli War Cabinet is meeting tonight. John?
Some good news for 10 people and their families tonight. Nate Foy for us in northern Israel. Nate, thank you. The Biden administration is telling Israel it must be more precise in its military action in southern Gaza. The U.S. is warning against what is called significant further displacement of Palestinian civilians. We get more tonight from White House correspondent Peter Doocy. He's on the North Line. Good evening, Peter.
John, good evening. Officials traveling aboard Air Force One with President Biden ordering this is another day. They are 2 American women will be released from something that did not happen today. Stand behind agreement among Democrats. Are pressuring Israel to plan future military operations in a way that displaces fewer civilians in Gaza. They're feeling pressure from the progressive left. That's why you're seeing this effort to take the temporary ceasefire and extend it. Conditions or not, aid to Israel and aid to Ukraine could soon dry up.
I called the president last week to make sure he understood that there wouldn't be a bill without an incredible effort to get on top of our disastrous southern border situation.
So, let the deal making begin. Republicans want to tie border security funding to money for Ukraine, and some Democrats want to tie strict red tape to money for Israel. If that winds up being the package Congress sends over, President Biden has a big decision to make: sign it or veto it. John?
We'll talk more about that with the panel a little later in the program. Meantime, Peter, crisis narrowly averted earlier today on the Ellipse south of the White House.
Yeah, John, we actually have some live pictures from the south lawn of a 40-foot tree, Christmas tree, the national Christmas tree. It's being held up right now by a crane. It was toppled by a big gust of wind, but as it turns out, the folks running the National Park Service are giving us a statement that sounds like something somebody running a Broadway show would say. They told us the show must go on. So they are set for President Biden to go and turn the lights back on Thursday.
All right, not often a fully decorated Christmas tree falls over, except for somebody's cat.
And Commander Biden, we don't believe is in the vicinity tonight.
Thank goodness for that. Peter Doocy on the North Line. Peter, thank you. The Biden administration is considering designating the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels as a terrorist organization. The president removed the group from that list, you'll remember, less than a month into his term. Our chief national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon tonight tells us what has changed.
The U.S. military is long familiar with the threat Yemen's Houthis pose. Back in 2016, the USS Mason came under fire from the rebels' cruise missiles and launched an SM-2 missile in defense. It was the first time a U.S. warship has fired an SM-2 missile in combat. Now the Biden administration is weighing whether to redesignate the Houthis a terrorist organization, a move that would impose severe financial restrictions.
We have begun a review of potential terrorist designations.
Last week, the Houthis seized an Israeli-linked cargo ship in the Red Sea, taking its 25 crew members hostage. Just this month alone, Yemen's Houthi rebels have fired 2 ballistic missiles that landed within 10 nautical miles of the USS Mason, shot down a $32 million American MQ-9 Reaper drone, and has launched a drone towards the U.S. Navy's Thomas Hudner. The Trump administration designated the Houthis a terrorist organization the day before Trump left office. A month later, under pressure from the UN, the Biden administration removed the Houthis from the designated terrorist list. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said at the time the move was to help ease a humanitarian crisis in Yemen. A Shiite movement that receives money and weapons from Iran, the Houthis began fighting Yemen's Sunni-majority government in 2004, a reaction to Saudi Arabia's financial and religious influence.
Today, we learned an Iranian surveillance drone flew near the USS Eisenhower in the Persian Gulf. A U.S. official tells us the Ike was in international waters. The Iranian drone ignored multiple warnings. The Pentagon called the interaction unsafe and unprofessional. John?
Jennifer Griffin for us at the Pentagon. Jen, thanks. Stocks were up today. The Dow gained 84. The S&P finished ahead 4. The NASDAQ rose 41. Hunter Biden is offering to testify before the House Oversight Committee in mid-December. The president's son has agreed to comply with a subpoena, but he has one condition. Correspondent David Spud is at the Justice Department to tell us what that condition is.
Hunter Biden and his legal team upping the ante and appearing to call House Republicans bluff, telling House Oversight Chairman James Comer he's ready to testify in public on camera for millions to see. Attorney Abby Lowell writing, "We have seen you use closed-door sessions to manipulate, even distort the facts and misinform the public. We therefore propose opening the door." But Comer's original subpoena for Hunter Biden is for a closed-door transcribed interview as part of the ongoing impeachment inquiry into the president. The inquiry focuses on the Biden family's business dealings. Lowell chastised Comer and his Republican colleagues, writing, "Your fishing expedition has become Captain Ahab chasing the great white whale." Comer fired back, writing, "Hunter Biden is trying to play by his own rules instead of following the rules required of everyone else. That won't stand with House Republicans. Our lawfully issued subpoena to Hunter Biden requires him to appear for a deposition on December 13th. Comer adds Hunter Biden should be able to testify in public at a future date in addition to the closed-door testimony. Hunter's lawyers say he'll only appear in public. No negotiation.
From their perspective, they want to have a chance to tell their side of the story. They, for better or for worse, want to have Hunter Biden to kind of have his public day in court, as it were, and look in the camera and explain, why he didn't do anything wrong or why his father wasn't involved.
Hunter Biden's attorney says the first son looks forward to testifying in public on December 13th. John, remember, Hunter Biden already facing federal gun charges right now by special counsel David Weiss that's moving forward to trial, and he may face charges in California for tax issues. If that happens, that may pump the brakes on any congressional testimony. We'll follow it, John.
All right, and more on this with the panel later on Special Report. David Spud. David, thank you. Up next, a memorial service for former First Lady Rosalind Carter, and later, new concerns of resurgent respiratory illness in China. First, here's what some of our Fox affiliates around the country are covering tonight. Fox Carolina and Greenville, as former attorney Alec Murdaugh is sentenced to 27 years in prison after agreeing to plead guilty to stealing millions of dollars from law clients. Murdaugh has already served 2 life sentences for the murders of his wife Maggie and son Paul. And here's a live look at Miami from WSVN. One of the big stories there tonight. The world's biggest cruise ship is now in the hands of its new owner. Royal Caribbean has accepted delivery of the 1,200-foot Icon of the Seas. The 20-deck ship was officially handed over to the cruise company in Finland. Its inaugural voyage is scheduled to depart from Miami on January the 27th. That's tonight's live look outside the Beltway from Special Report. We will be right back.
Hey everyone, it's your friend John Mayer here. Genres aren't rock or pop or hip hop. They're real genres of life. They're like Monday. What you're gonna get. It's my music. It's everyone else's music. It's singing in the shower and a quiet night at home. Come along with me as I play music that fits the moments of your life as they happen. On now, Channel 14, and on the SiriusXM app.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley
Never ever
Financial
get a
Group, the
timeshare.
original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is...
$800-969-55.
The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard of... ThoseLife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom. Every gallon of gas or diesel you buy, I just earn 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code ARMY for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code ARMY. Use code ARMY for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Cashback's available. Gas restrictions doesn't.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for online. There's no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-7099. 800-200-7099. 800-200-7099. That's 800-200-7099.
Invita's Precision Second Opinion is disrupting the world of late-stage cancer in a positive way. Sandy, Archie, and Jan all had something in common. Late-stage colon, prostate, and breast cancers that didn't have targeted treatment options. Invita's Precision technology has given them their lives back. I'm Dr. Dino Prado, and I personally welcome you to utilize our Precision Second Opinion and discover if Invita is right for you. Visit us at Invita.com.
Fox Nation and Rob Lowe proudly present Liberty or Death, Boston Tea Party. This was the spark that lit the torch of liberty. The must-see docuseries that relives the historic events that set the stage for the American Revolution. I'm Rob Lowe. This is Liberty or Death, Boston Tea Party. Streaming now on Fox Nation.
A memorial service was held today in Atlanta for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. Her husband, 99-year-old former President Jimmy Carter, led the mourners. President Biden and his wife were in attendance. Correspondent Steve Harrigan reports tonight from Atlanta.
They came to remember and honor Rosalynn Carter, who died last week at age 96.
Rosalind Carter would be so pleased to see that she brought all of you together on this day.
President Biden, the Vice President, and all 5 living First Ladies, Dr. Jill Biden, Melania Trump, Michelle Obama, Laura Bush, and Hillary Clinton, as well as former President Bill Clinton. Former President Jimmy Carter, age 99, who has been in hospice care for several months, also attended the service at Emory University in Atlanta, but did not speak. The two were married 77 years.
My mom spent most of her life in love with my dad.
President Carter said Rosalind was his equal partner in everything he achieved. She reshaped the role of First Lady, attending cabinet meetings, advising her husband, and going out alone on the campaign trail. Family members emphasized her care for the weak and her adventurous spirit.
My mother was the glue that held our family together through the ups and downs and thicks and thins of our family's politics. I will always love my mother.
Salute, Real Chase Bank Gaming. How you doing, bro?
I will cherish how she and Dad raised their children.
Thousands came out to see the motorcade and pay their respects. A private funeral will be held tomorrow in Plains. John?
It's a lovely ceremony today. Steve Harrigan in Atlanta. Steve, thank you. A court in Moscow has extended the detention of Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Muscovich until January 30th.
I'm working right now.
On espionage charges back in March.
I'm freezing
he
out
has denied the
up here in
allegations.
Wisconsin.
Today's hearing
21
took place
degrees.
behind closed doors because Russian authorities claim details of the criminal case against the American journalist are classified. Well, this may sound familiar. A recent surge in respiratory illnesses in China. It's got the World Health Organization concerned. But just how concerned should you be? Correspondent Matt Finn's got the latest on that tonight from Los
China fucking up again.
The World Health Organization made what's considered an unusual move, publicly requesting China provide clinical data about an alarming spike of respiratory illnesses in China, primarily among children. The WHO says China provided that data, which it claims shows the outbreak appears to be an overlap of common viruses like the flu and RSV. But the health agency says it's not conclusive, writing, "There is limited detailed information available to fully characterize the overall risk of these reported cases. However, due to the arrival of the winter season, the increasing trend in respiratory illnesses is expected." A reported 7,000 patients were admitted to a single children's hospital in Beijing, and a reported 13,000 at another.
I do feel a little worried now, so I came to the doctor to get a checkup. Personally, I don't think it's a big deal because this happens every year, but this year seems particularly severe sooner.
The WHO says a strain of bacteria called Mycoplasma pneumonia combined with respiratory illness might be to blame. China blames the outbreak in part on a potential immunity gap after recently lifting its years-long COVID lockdowns. The WHO says most countries ended lockdowns and saw their spikes a year or two ago. Despite skepticism, China insists the country is safe.
I would like to tell you that it is safe to travel and do business in China, and there is no need to worry.
We'll see.
And senior health officials here in London say it's just too soon to confirm what's going on in China. And today the CDC told us it is monitoring this situation, but did not indicate there's any impact right now on the United States. John?
We will keep an eye on it because we've heard that before. Matt Finn for us in London. Matt, thank
All right.
you. Up next, a violent new trend of robberies, part of our look at America's crime crisis. First, beyond our borders tonight, NATO foreign ministers meet in Brussels to discuss support for Ukraine. The session comes as both the U.S. and European Union struggle to agree on further military aid. The $60 billion aid package proposed by the Biden administration is in limbo due to opposition from some Republicans in Congress. All 41 construction workers trapped in a collapsed mountain tunnel in northern India for more than 2 weeks are safe tonight. They were rescued today. The men were trapped when a landslide caused the collapse of the tunnel in which they were working. They survived on food and oxygen supplied through narrow steel pipes. In Saudi Arabia's capital of Riyadh will host the 2030 World Expo following a closed-door vote near Paris earlier today. Riyadh beat out the South Korean city of Busan. and Rome for an event expected to draw millions of visitors. Just some of the other stories beyond our borders tonight. We will be right back.
Close 80% of the business. 80% of all sales are closed after the 5th attempt, and 83% of all salespeople don't even ask for the sale once. Did you know that 90% of all salespeople have never even read one sales book? How many sales are being lost each month? Simply because your salespeople are not professionally trained how to sell. Hi, this is the world's top sales trainer, Jason Evans. I'm going to give you a free 45-minute video of pure sales training techniques that will increase your company's sales within days, guaranteed. This could double, even triple your company's sales. This video is closing, handling objections, and more. Just call us and leave us a voicemail, your email address, and we'll send you this amazing video for free. Call 800-500-8320. This is how to close A to Z for any product or service, regardless of industry, whether you sell face-to-face or over the phone. Call 800-500-8320. That's 800-500-8320. Paid for by Power Sales University.
Now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join Medi-Share and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to Medi-Share saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, Medi-Share has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. Medi-Share is a proven thing, too. For over 30 years, it's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another $150 savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's November 15th. So call now and you'll save even more. 61-BIBLE. That's 844-61-BIBLE. 844-61-BIBLE.
Hey, SiriusXM listeners, don't miss the Legacy Box Cyber Week sale going on now. You've heard about Legacy Box all year long, and with our Cyber Week sale, now is the time to take advantage of our best sale of the year. Legacy Box is the most meaningful gift you can give this holiday season. It's simple, safe, and has been trusted by millions. That's right, it's our best sale of the year. Right now, when you go to legacybox.com, an unreal 65% on your Legacy Box. And for a limited time, you can preserve your tapes, film reels, and photos for as low as $27, saving you hundreds. Hurry, our best sale of the year won't last long. Visit legacybox.com for an unreal 65% off during our Cyber Week sale. With limited quantities ready to ship, this deal will go fast. Shop our Cyber Week sale now at legacybox.com/news to take 65% off. Buy your Legacy Box today and send it when you're ready. legacybox.com/news.
37,025. 1. These are the three numbers to remember to get the visibility and control you need to make the right business decisions instantly. 37,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system, streamlining accounting, financial management, inventory, HR, and more. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less. Close their books in days, not weeks, and drive down expenses. 1. Because your business is one of a kind. So you get a customized solution for all of your KPIs in one efficient system with one source of truth. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist designed to give you consistently excellent performance for free at netsuite.com/FoxNews. That's netsuite.com/FoxNews to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/FoxNews.
How would you like to come home to a bartender who will fix you any cocktail you want? I'll have an old-fashioned.
I'll have a margarita.
Now you can with the Bartesian Home Cocktail Maker. Bartesian is a sleek machine the size of a coffee maker. It makes premium cocktails in the touch of a button. Choose from over 50 different cocktails, from classics to the most exotic premium cocktails served in the best bars today. You'll always get freshly mixed, perfectly balanced cocktails with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. And now, get Bartesian's best holiday deal ever when you go to bartesian.com/FoxNews. Entertainment
entertaining. The Bartesian is ideal for parties. No need to stock all kinds of individual mixers or complicated recipes. Every guest gets the cocktail of their choice in seconds. The Bartesian makes a wonderful gift for anyone who loves a fine premium cocktail. Now get Bartesian's best holiday deal ever. It's available right now only at Bartesian.com/Fox News. That's BARTESIAN.com/Fox News for Bartesian's best holiday deal ever. Only at Bartesian.com/Fox News.
The influential and deep-pocketed conservative group Americans for Prosperity is endorsing Nikki Haley for the Republican presidential nomination. The network, founded by the Koch brothers, is now to spend millions of dollars to move the GOP past former President Trump. In fact, the line with President Trump blasted the announcement, saying in part, Americans for Prosperity has already lit millions of dollars on fire this primary, only to watch President Donald Trump's lead grow. Progressive public policy advocacy group Move On held a rally today calling for the expulsion of New York Republican Representative George Santos. That comes as 2 House Democrats are trying to force a vote to expel the embattled congressman. What is called a privileged resolution requires a vote on the matter within 2 legislative days. The motion needs a 2/3 majority in the House to pass. Santos has been engulfed in scandal since his 2022 election. This afternoon, he said his fellow Republicans want him to resign because they don't want to take a vote that sets the precedent to their own demise in the future. There is a dangerous new trend in America's crime crisis. It is called crash and grab. Fox Business correspondent Kelly Saberi is in Chicago tonight to tell us about it. Good evening, Kelly.
Good evening. Yeah, this store behind me fell victim to what we call smash and grab, where burglars smash through windows or the front door in order to take whatever they can, whether it be cash or goods to resell. But now that brazen method has evolved into an even more violent way to steal things called crash and grab. Some store owners are showing up to work to not only find they were robbed, but that their store has been vandalized and destroyed. These thieves steal cars, ram them into these stores, and leave the stolen car running while they run off with goods to resell. Some of these thieves are encouraging others to do the same thing on social media, challenging people to steal cars, even showing them how it's done. According to a recent report, non-residential burglaries jumped about 5% nationwide, while motor vehicle thefts increased 104%, comparing the first half of 2023 to pre-pandemic levels. In the suburbs of St. Louis, a group of teenagers drove a stolen car into a gun shop, stealing almost $30,000 worth of guns and leaving behind $200,000 worth of damage, forcing the store to close for 5 weeks for repairs. The store's general manager tells us they were able to bounce back shortly after that, but other smaller businesses aren't as lucky.
I think that we're fortunate we're a larger gun store. And I don't think the average business can necessarily afford the high premiums that come with that.
Another major cost to these businesses is adding security measures such as security guards or steel-filled barriers in order for cars to not be able to drive and ram into them in order to steal things. Those can cost up to $10,000 a piece. Back to you.
This keeps going from bad to worse there in the Windy City. Kelly Saberi for us. And Kelly, welcome to the Fox News family. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thousands of car dealers are calling on President Biden to pump the regenerative brakes on his electric vehicle regulations. In a letter, more than 3,000 dealerships from across the country say enthusiasm for EVs has stalled. President Biden's goal to shift to a majority of electric vehicles in less than 10 years is just too ambitious. It comes as a growing number of manufacturers announces cuts for production output. Brett Baer has a look at how the demand for electric vehicles is falling short of a record supply. Thanks, John. Electric vehicle sales have risen significantly over the years, and that trend is expected to continue. The market on track to surpass 1 million sales for the first time ever this year. However, those numbers are not meeting manufacturers' expectations. Tonight we look at why several companies are readjusting their targets. slowing down production despite the rise in electric vehicles on the road.
Major auto companies are preparing for 50% of future sales to be electric vehicles by 2030, 100% by 2035.
Electric vehicles made up just under 1% of all vehicle registrations in 2022, far from President Biden's goal. But when looking at registrations over the past 5 years, the number of EVs on the road has increased significantly. Since 2017, registrations in the U.S. have grown by nearly 547%. More electric vehicles are being sold now than ever before. However, automakers have also said they are scaling back on not only the production, but the sale of electric vehicles, at least in the short term. They have a lot of stock. Well, why do you think this is happening?
The first buyers, the early adopters, the 1%ers.
What's up, Trouble? How you doing, bro?
For the rest of us, it's asking an awful lot of us to pay more so that we can drive shorter distances and have longer fueling times.
Ford says it's postponing $12 billion in planned spending on electric vehicle production. It's also pausing construction at a Kentucky battery factory and slowing production of its F-150 Lightning pickup
How's your
truck.
day going so far,
EV.
Trouble?
Ford CEO Jim Farley said on Special Report in September, his company will continue to focus on both gas and electric vehicles. What's the deal with EVs, and how do you see it?
You know, it's really important to talk about this today because electric vehicles, for certain customers who don't travel long distances, use it more of commuting atmosphere that are wealthier, we're going to offer customers a choice.
General Motors is delaying the release of its Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra electric pickup trucks by 1 year. Tesla is also holding off on production at its planned factory in Mexico.
There's a lot of oversupply right now, so consumers have more options.
Did the administration set the bar too high?
They were so aggressive on this. They're way, way out over their skis. When you can't even not only force the public, you can't even bribe the public.
My Thanksgiving was a little boring. I was out on the road for it. I had to make up for time off for that diss strike, but it's been all right. Hope yours was good. I'll be home this weekend, though. I can eat good, eat all the food I missed.
U.S. News & World Report lists Chevy's Bolt EUV as the most affordable new electric car with a price tag of $27,800.
I wish I had some.
$12,000 more than the most affordable new gas car, the Nissan Versa. Do you think there'll be more government effort to level the playing field, or how does that happen?
The price premium still exists in spite of that tax credit. And so when you have higher prices for mobility, what you're going to see is
these trucks that I had deer strikes, I might as well start hunting them motherfuckers.
And also longer retention of existing cars, which means old gas guzzlers staying on the road longer and potentially polluting more.
The federal government also offers a credit for used electric cars of up to $4,000. Details on who qualifies are listed in the IRS website. Some states offer incentives as well.
I think incentives are key, but I also think that the industry will need to continue to build and create models that are in that, under 30,000, between 30 and 40,000.
AAA estimates energy and maintenance is cheaper for electric vehicles.
Yeah, I don't want to hunt like that. God dang.
Costs an average of $546.
I'm still mad about that.
Gasoline costs around.
And then the other day I had a damn buzzard vulture hit the side of my truck. I ducked it down. I thought I blew a steer tire at first. This shit was loud as fuck.
Registrations of hybrid vehicles have also increased over the years, now making up 2% of the market share. Is there a sense that electric cars have slowed and that automakers are realizing that the market is not what it was? They thought it was.
It seems very likely that the United States is going to electrify its transportation substantially. Maybe not as soon as well. There's a lot more of us who care about our turn signals than our virtue signals.
Worldwide, 10% of cars sold last year were electric vehicles. Country with the highest share was Norway. EVs make up 80% of car sales there. Iceland, Sweden, the Netherlands, and China round out the top 5. Only 6% of vehicles sold in the United States last year were electric. Open report, Brett. Thank you. Up next, the panel. The Biden administration warns Israel it must make some changes.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it became the roadkill.
Republicans aren't so eager to see them.
Soaring violins, electrifying guitars, and all the magic of the holidays. 'Tis the season to rock out with Trans-Siberian Orchestra Radio, a brand new seasonal channel hosted and curated by the band members themselves.
That's the song that put us on the map 28 years ago. Every time I hear it, it's brand new to me. I hope it is to you as well.
Now, for a limited time, exclusively on the SiriusXM app, search TSL.
After betrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few questions and get your free quote at startethos.com. That's StartEthos.com.
Attention business owners, this is CEO.
Hadn't really posted much. I posted a couple of videos a few days ago, but I just been chilling. They ain't really had much to talk about.
Stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there's no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
That'll never happen.
Information now.
Yeah, I'm just taking a little break. I ain't really had much to talk about.
800-200-7099. 800-200-7099. That's 800-200-7099.
Inventory management and procurement have a new champion, Fastenal, with local teams to handle your stocking, plus agreements with national brands. Fastenal can shine a light on the forgotten corners of your supply chain. To fully eliminate your supply chain, you want a partner like Fastenal, with local teams ready to help you. Fastenal, where industry meets innovation. Learn more at fastenal.com/SiriusXM. That's FASTENAL.com/SiriusXM. Are you looking for a new business opportunity? How about one that lets you play with dogs all day? Dogtopia is the leading and fastest growing pet franchise in North America, focusing on dog daycare, wellness, and a recurring revenue model. Dogtopia offers unparalleled support and experienced leadership to guide you so you can provide high quality dog care within a thriving franchise model. We know you'll feel good about owning this business. Territories are selling fast. Inquire now about joining the pack at Dogtopia.com. That's Dogtopia.com.
The holidays are here already? Yep, so close. What are you doing this year? Going to Mom's. Maybe some skiing. Sounds like a plan. Well, it's not actually booked. That requires work.
What's up, Mr. Mary Harbison?
They have amazing
Yeah, I'm getting it done. Trying to be safe. Be safe too. You have a good day. How's your day going?
Favorite holiday activity.
Book your holiday trip at OneTravel.com. Download the OneTravel
I
app.
appreciate that, Trouble. Appreciate that very much. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Thank you.
Book it, live it.
Duluth Trading knows it's all too easy for the same old holiday gifts to start feeling ho-ho-hum. Be done with ho-hum and start gifting butt-naked underwear, yoga pants, and free swinging flannel to knock those tired old gifts right on their Yuletide tickets. Holiday the unaverage way and get the best deals of the season. Only at Duluth Trading.
Fox Nation and Rob Lowe proudly present Liberty or Death Boston Tea Party.
This was fun. The torch of liberty.
The must-see docu-series that relives the historic events that set the stage for the American Revolution.
I'm Rob Lowe. This is Liberty or Death Boston Tea Party. Streaming now on Fox Nation. unacceptable and is unsustainable. We regularly condition our aid to allies based upon compliance with U.S. law and international law.
All right, 10 on that trouble. You be safe too, bro.
I think the Biden administration needs to stand strong with Israel.
It's like they got an accident up here.
It's necessary. There shouldn't be the debate raging in Congress over whether future aid to Israel should be tied to conditions and how it wages wars for the family wars. Charlie Hurt, been prepared for the Washington Times.
What's up, rich niggas? How you doing, sir? Salute to you.
Well, we're certainly hearing a lot of opinions on that question right now, even within the Democratic Party. You're obviously seeing increasingly Democrats express frustration with the way the president is handling the issue.
Fuck the Democrat Party. And that's what's up. I'm doing the same thing literally. It's 22 degrees outside. I can't wait till summer come back.
But that's not something that every Democrat is even agreeing on right now. There are some who are saying, no, we need to allow Israel to do what it needs to do. So it's very interesting to see how this
Yeah, I guess I catch this traffic now. But by the time I get down there to Chicago, I ain't got to deal with too much of that nonsense down there.
During wartime, it would signal to Israel's enemies that the U.S. is going wobbly on the campaign to destroy.
Dang, where you at? I'm in Wisconsin right now, in Milwaukee.
Look, the Biden administration is they have publicly said a lot of things that Israelis feel very good about.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
But behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. Secretary Blinken and everybody else.
I'm not built for the cold. Oh, you're in Illinois? I'll be there in a little bit. Soon as I get through this. On my way to North Carolina, but I gotta pass through the shot, Collinsville. Can't remember where that at.
Outright opposed. We see what happened in this part of the country. We see the decline of faith in Biden administration because of this directly, and I think that a lot of these members are responding to that. But when people like John Fetterman are saying we're not going to put any kind of restrictions on this, I don't think that the Biden administration, the White House, really wants to put out
Oh, you're in the Smokies? That's what's up.
Who insisted that at some point, after this hostage plays out, Israel.
Yeah. My birthday's next month, so I'm actually supposed to be a Christmas baby, but as usual, I came out 2 days late. I don't like cold weather. Nah. I love the summertime.
Operations and pressure on Hamas and their willingness.
I've been driving, it'll be what, 17 years next month.
Israeli hostages on return is great. They're preparing for the next stage of operations. And already the White House is saying, well, if you're going to start going into southern Gaza on the ground, we need to know what the plan is going to be. International pressure is going to Israel.
Oh, okay, December 15th. One of my cousins been born on the 15th. December 15th. Happy early birthday. Oh, you live in Newport? Oh, okay. Yeah, I go through there a little bit. I stopped there at the Walmart a time or two. Finally roll. Yeah, I understand. The trucking, to be honest, is really a single person's game. Shit. Not everybody who I knew, hell, my damn mom and stepfather. They divorced. 3 years after he started driving trucks back in the 90s. Not everybody I know drive trucks. Ended up getting divorced. Yeah. Last couple of relationships, they didn't last but 2 years. And I'm surprised they even lasted that long with me being on the road. And if you're a damn psycho simp who gotta be up under a woman ass all the time, you damn sure don't need to be driving, because your ass, you a damn simp, you worrying about what a damn bitch doing. That's gonna fuck your mind up on the damn road. Yeah. I said, shit, I'm in the military, motherfuckers worrying about what that girl doing. We over here in the desert. You worrying about what the bitch doing. She got what ain't they tell y'all, they don't usually looking back, Jody's got your Cadillac. Well, I got 2 Cadillacs now, but I'm single. Jody ain't got mine. But yeah, shit, from military to trucking. You can't be worried about what no bitch doing at home. She gonna go, she gonna go. Get rid of the hoe. Yeah, this job is not for no damn simp. No jealous-hearted simp-ass niggas. The cat gonna play down right. Hell yeah. Some of these motherfucking simps at damn at home, you got regular jobs at home, shit. They don't need to be in no damn relationship because they always worry about what the girl doing. God damn. I mean, I ain't saying you gotta be all hands off and damn. I make sure she ain't fucking up, but shit, some of these motherfuckers, damn, they too damn pussy whipped and they try to pretend that they run shit, but she the one running their ass. That blue pill nonsense. Hell no. Yeah, appreciate that. That shit ain't fun like it used to be. All these rules and shit, it's just gotten annoying. But I still love it though. Shit made me older than what I really am. I'll be 39 next month, but I feel 60. drink just to take some dick? Shit. It's a strict. He's strictly took dick. Now, Candy Crush ass nigga, Hassan Campbell. Gilbert Arenas, yeah. You would bring a ratchet bitch like Miko Grimes, you got drama. Gilbert likes that shit. He likes that petty drama though. You alright, but hell yeah. He brought that bitch over there, Miko Grimes shit. The bitch known for that drama shit. She had drama. I think her husband's playing for the Dolphins still, the cornerback. And even down there in Miami, she brought drama there. Yeah, Gil Petty. Shit, he did. Got this petty bitch. She got wrong. She can cause a drama down there in Miami with the Dolphins. Yeah, goofy. Send her ass back to the hood. Going in on P. Diddy. 50 Cent better be careful. It might come out after him. This Me Too shit going out, getting out of hand. Take a shit while looking at the bitch the wrong way, she gonna say Me Too.
Illuminated in the sky. Ingram Angle is next.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Ingram. This is the Ingram Angle from Washington tonight. Thanks so much for being with us. Biden's remade America. That's the focus of tonight's angle.
You remade it into
You
a
can't
shit
say
show.
they didn't warn us.
Other protocol constructed by my administration. Those who come seeking asylum, we should immediately have the capacity to absorb them, keep them safe until they can be heard. Should someone who is here without documents, and that is his only offense, should that person be deported? That person should not be the focus of deportation.
We see what's happening to almost every corner of America. The Biden administration is working hard and as best as they can to change the United States, and they're going to try to do it before the next election. Left-wing mayors claim that they're upset by all this, too many migrants, and maybe they are upset, but they're in on it too. They're enablers. Listen to Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson. He almost sounds
Lori
proud.
Lightfoot
City
2.0.
government is maintaining our efforts to welcome and resettle asylum seekers here in Chicago, and we are making progress. In partnership with the state, we have successfully helped over 10,000 new arrivals to resettle in the area and reunite with family and friends. Places.
Meanwhile, the migrants keep coming and coming and coming. Until recently, many were camped out in Chicago police stations, but most of those have been removed, and not many of those are living outside. Now, right now, it's 20 degrees in Chicago, but the real feel is fine. The entire situation, courtesy of Joe Biden, is a travesty. And at some point, thousands, by the way, in Chicago are supposed to be relocated into an area that is yet to be constructed that's going to hold semi-permanent tent shelters. Yeah. Well, local reports reveal there is confusion and significant opposition to this massive migrant project. And all of this and more explains why Johnson has a 28% approval rating. And when they're not stealing tax dollars for the city services again, some of the migrants are spending their free time stealing. Yeah. And then there's New York, where winter's right around the corner, and so are the lines of migrants trying to get into city shelters.
We continue to receive anywhere from 2,000 to almost 3,000 migrant asylum seekers a week. Now, that is a continuous number that is just not sustainable. We stated it over and over again.
Here's a message for New York. Stop marching for Hamas and start fighting for actual border enforcement.
Contrary to reports, the November 20th incident was promptly addressed and brought under control through the leadership of the principal, school staff, school safety agents, and the NYPD. The teacher was not in direct danger. We had a disciplinary action against some of the students.
And across the country, in what was once beautiful San Diego, you should have seen this place in 1990, by the way, when I lived there. They're dealing with a huge influx of migrants, 300 living at the San Diego airport alone. Not that's even allowed. And others are just loitering. The number of migrants is simply breathtaking. The San Diego sector alone has received more than 230,000 people this year. That's a 30% increase from the year before. And taxpayers are fed up, especially those who live along the border, and immigrants themselves who came the right way. Taxpayers in Denver are seeing their schools overrun and overwhelmed by migrant students without any English language skills, including many illiterate in their native language. But now let's move to the heinous migrant crisis in Arizona. To say that border agents in the Tucson sector are stunned and overwhelmed is a wild understatement. They apprehended 58,000 in 4 weeks alone. It's so bad that the Border Patrol there tried to keep the public in the dark. They announced that they were pausing all Tucson sector Border Patrol social media accounts to deal with the surge. Fox News did a big piece about it. Now, think about that. I think it's time for the public to actually hear from federal officials to explain how they're going to stop the bad Border Patrol people to get the word out. All we get is a tweet with a very, very bad summary of what's happening. Here's what happened just in the last week. 15,300 apprehensions, 117 pounds of fentanyl. How many could be killed with that? 78 federal criminal cases, 17 rescues, 14 human smuggling events, and 3 narcotics events, whatever those are. Now, wait a second. Why don't we ever hear from our DHS secretary? Why doesn't he speak about any of this? Well, because he's too busy lying.
The answer is quite clear, and that is to fix a system that everyone agrees is fundamentally broken, and we need congressional action for the 12 million people who are here in the United States who have been contributing so fundamentally to our country's well-being. They're our neighbors, our friends, our fellow convicts. They provide our frontline workers.
Yeah, like the migrant teen who was accused of brutally murdering a homeless man in New York just recently. Yeah, they're contributing. But it's all necessary collateral damage for the White House to get to their big goal, which is creating an America that won't know our history, where our kids are going to be taught to hate the history and also to learn that they're just victims of oppression in a society run by people with white privilege. Unfortunately, that's what the migrants are going to be taught when they go to public school. So this is Biden's America. And if you're as horrified as I am in watching all of this, do everything you can to defeat the people in charge right now so we can actually save this country. And that's the end. Well, joining me now is Steve Miller, former senior advisor to President Trump, founder of America First Legal, and Alan Orr, immigration attorney. All right, Alan, we'll go to you first. Do you fall into the line that we keep hearing that, oh, this just shows you that the system is broken? Is that your defense to what we're seeing across this country right now? Because that's what I'm hearing from the DHS secretary.
Right. So I think not only do I follow them, but I'm also a lawyer, but you're lawyerly trained. So by the code, it's Congress's job to handle immigration. They do the funding of immigration. They do the removal of immigration. They have not passed the bill since 1996. So therefore, that shows you if it was such an important thing, they would have changed it. So showing up at the border and applying for asylum is currently illegal. So therefore, Congress needs to take action.
Okay, so that's lame, but I'll let Miller, who knows this issue, take it away.
You know, the bill that was passed in 1996 under the Clinton administration was the result of massive bipartisan public outcry about the lack of deportations. So Republicans and Democrats got together in 96 and passed a bill speeding, accelerating, and mandating deportations. That's the law on the books. That's the law that Joe Biden is breaking every day. The law that Mayorkas wants is an amnesty. That is not a solution. It is an accelerant to every single aspect of the border calamity that is occurring today, making illegal aliens into citizens. If you walk through some of those numbers, Laura, they are beyond stunning. I think your audience would be shocked to know that in LA and New York now, half of public school students come from immigrant households. In cities like Charlotte, it's 40%. In Nashville, Tennessee, 100 languages are now spoken in public schools. 30% of students need help speaking English at all. Our system cannot absorb migrants in these numbers. It will crash every aspect of American society, which of course is the point.
Alan, New York's mayor was discussing the cost of sheltering the people who were walking right across the border, and within 72 hours, most of them were just sent off to go wherever they want to watch this.
We've opened over 210 what we call humanitarian relief centers. This is going to cost us $5 billion during this fiscal year, $7 billion we need to find in January. And it's economically not sustainable, and the place is not sustainable.
So the city is dealing with a huge budget crisis, Alan. So how is this not the fault of the Biden administration? When the border was essentially under control, especially in those last few years of the Trump administration?
Well, part of that is related to COVID, and actually the Biden administration has deported more people than the Trump administration did in the last 2 years in his administration. But let's look at the receipts. During the Trump administration, they spent close to $17 billion on the wall, which did not stop immigrants from coming under the Biden administration.
And Alan, because the fact of the matter, hold on, Alan, take a breath. The problem with your glib line there, obviously I'm on Steven's side. I'm not trying to gang up on you. Sure. But I mean, you say, well, they deported more people. Yeah, because we had almost a record number of people who've crossed our border. About 8.7 million people have crossed our border. You know how many cities? Combined, you get to 8.7 million people, which African Americans are absolutely outraged by this in Chicago. Stephen, the protest today in Chicago about the new migrant shelter, they don't want it there. You see the uproar in Denver, they don't want it there. San Diego, they don't want it there, okay? So it's not just black Americans, it's immigrant Americans too. They don't want it. Well, you know I am, because the coalition of Biden supporters are now seeing what an open border really does. It doesn't just stay in Texas, Stephen.
Yes, nobody in this country except the radical left and politicians in Washington want our communities deluged with never-ending streams of low-wage labor. It depletes the tax base, it destroys public education, it destroys healthcare. And let's talk numbers real quick. ICE removals, which is the only statistic that matters when it comes to enforcement, are at their lowest level since the agency was created. And in 2020, you know how many discretionary releases and illegal aliens there were into this country? Zero discretionary releases in 2020. Because under the Trump administration, if we apprehended you, you were sent packing, sent home. If this migration crisis isn't shut down, there will not be a middle class in this country. There will not be a working class in this country. There will be two classes, the very rich and well-connected and the poor and struggling. This will kill and is killing the American dream.
Alan, why do so many rich people, plutocrats, they love the open border, right? They love it because it's
where they live.
Cheap labor in the United States. That's their goal. They live like an
Illegals got to sit in Martha's Vineyard.
That's necessarily just them. I think that's Congress as a whole, which I think Mr. Moe was missing. For example, let's talk about the numbers, because I think that's really important to talk about. Congress only passes a bill to deport 400,000 people every year. They've never reached that level. The only president that came close was Obama. The amount of money, $75 million, has been spent by the governor of Texas to move immigrants to New York City and other places. That same $75 million could be used to help them. We have two visions here, where one vision by Mr. Miller is we're going to lock everybody up to have taxpayers pay to have the...
I'm in Wisconsin right now, on my way to North Carolina.
We're not deporting them. We haven't deported them.
So Alan, you're saying...
We're sending them home.
Yeah, so Alan, you actually would...
I think that so President Biden has started deporting individuals to Venezuela, which has turned down the number of individuals coming to our border. Deportation has its place in our immigration system. Everybody does not get to remain.
Why
Venezuela? The amount of money on immigration courts that we spend on ICE. We spend 17% more on ICE than we do on immigration courts. So if people were to have their day in court faster than 5 years.
Where does it in the Constitution? Where in the Constitution does it say people who cross our border get a day in court? And nowhere in our Constitution. Okay, you walk across the border, you don't get your day in court. That's another part of the world.
All 2 or 3 billion, they get their day in court in America.
That'll be fun.
We spoke about the history that we want to protect, right? We are a nation of immigrants, and there were fleets of immigrants. No, we're a nation of citizens. We're not a nation of immigrants, we're a nation of citizens.
Well, and I think what's interesting is how many immigrants are on camera complaining about what's happening to their communities who came the right way. Stephen and Alan, great conversation. Thank you both. All right, the stream of migrants, which I talked about, includes violent criminals, gang members, drug pushers, child molesters, and of course would-be terrorists. Shows no signs of letting in. Why would they stop coming? After all, they're getting on.
Most of these people do not have fever. However, through GPS, they obtain the exact location of forklift tractors raised of wire last October. The migrants said they were angry that Mexican authorities sent them to cross into this dangerous area of the river at night.
Joining me now is Edwin Cabello, who's an independent journalist, been covering the crisis for years on both sides of the border. We reached out to Mexican authorities and the DHS for a statement, neither responded. What are the migrants telling you about why they're coming now? Who do you think is behind this?
Hey Laura, it was great to be with you, and that's one of my main questions that I asked the migrants when I interviewed them on the Mexican side. It's like, why are we coming out?
You up
And,
around Columbus? 10-4 on that.
The answer is that the border is open. They talk about President Biden's invitation and that they're going to be helped. That's one of the main answers that they give. And I asked them, why now? Why didn't you come before? Have you heard of President Trump? Is that, oh yeah, we've heard of him, and he was very strict. We weren't going to risk coming under him to get deported. And that's what we're coming out. We know that under this administration, we're going to be helped. And this morning, on my way over to Eagle Pass from Del Rio, I stopped at the NGO, and one of the migrants approached me from Venezuela. He was complaining because the NGO kicked him out. He didn't have money to buy his bus ticket. He's like, aren't they supposed to help us? What are we going to do now in the streets without any money? Who's going to help us? And that's their mindset. Is that
they're being told that basically things are going to be paid for. They're going to be taken care of, and that runs counter to a narrative that they're only coming here to work. These are just workers. We need workers. We want all these jobs that Americans won't do. By the way, that most people in my family did. They won't do these jobs, so we need these people. What do you find?
Yeah, so in this sector, the real sector, you have about 90% that are Venezuelan and some Central Americans. And their mindset is that they're going to be they're coming from socialist or communist countries, and they're used to this lifestyle where the government is providing everything, and they're coming with that same mindset to the United States, that the government is going to issue out handouts and everything's going to be free for them. I've been asked, how am I going to get a free vehicle? How am I going to get a free house? These are questions that they're asking, and that's the mindset that these migrants that are crossing in this sector are coming with. They believe that the government is going to help them out and keep everything free for them.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much right. Under Biden, I mean, they pretty much get what they want. They complain about the food once they get here, complain about this or that. But I know you've actually tried to bring your wife to the United States the right way. You spent a lot of time in Mexico. You've been very frustrated by the process. I've heard this a lot from people who are American citizens or maybe dual citizens, and they want to have their family together. What's this process been like? How frustrating, given people just walking across the border?
Yeah, so that's the whole irony of a lot of families that we live here on the border communities. I myself being a U.S. citizen, Mexican national, my wife is in Acuña, crossing the process has been lengthy. We've been waiting 5 years.
All right, y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe out there. Be done with this. Go use the restroom and grab me something to eat.
And there's a lot of frustration.
Y'all be safe and have a good night.
We're trying to do things legally and get our relatives